I first discovered Aerosmith when Toys in the Attic came, so pretty young in my life. I've been an in and out fan of them, just depending on what albums they had, what material they were doing at the time. I collected most of their albums. I love this band. They'd definitely be in my top 25 bands for sure of all time. All right. And that's on a picky list. And trust me, if you saw my list of top 50, you'd say, okay, yeah, that's a pretty good ranking for them. Right. So they've always been important to me. They're a big act to me, right? I love Steven Tyler's entire presence, his presentation, his vocal capabilities, his songwriting capabilities, what the band produced all in all. And then we got to the point where after many years of touring, right? They finally said the final farewell tour, which kind of gets us into what we're going to be talking about tonight, final farewell shows, right? So, and they got, what was it, folks? 3 shows in, and they had to cancel because basically Steven Tyler broke his larynx. I mean, it got down to that, just absolutely broke his voice. And they then shortly after announced that they are permanently retired from touring because of that. I thought, yeah, that's it. Steven Tyler. Now, I saw some articles talking about, he's going through rehab, but, I also saw a lot of articles about Ozzy going through rehab, and that wasn't doing him much good. And any kind of injury that breaks an entire farewell tour and the hundreds of millions of dollars that was lost because of that has to be a serious issue. And the initial reports were pretty negative, and all of a sudden, but there were reports, and I tended, to be honest with you, to kind of ignore them. And evidently, whatever kind of rehabilitation Steven Tyler is going through, it's working, because this gets back to the ultimate farewell show, I think, in history for rock and roll anyway, and that would be the Black Sabbath Back to the Beginning show, right? And they were magnificent. I've already done it. Matter of fact, the videos I've been talking about that did so well are some of my thoughts on that show. And you can watch that after the stream, okay, to kind of catch up on it. But, and I said this over on Royce, Steven Tyler, to me, was he was the ultimate showman, and I think he was the star of the show. Now, that doesn't take anything away from Top Bill, Black Sabbath. It was wonderful. I wouldn't have even watched the damn show if it hadn't been for Black Sabbath. Plain and simple. It just wouldn't have been something I would have been interested in, okay? Not for $30 online, okay? I just wouldn't, even though as I went through the concert, I was pleasantly surprised by a couple of bands that I thought I didn't like, and very pleasantly confirmed that some bands I didn't like weren't any better that day than they ever were, and for various reasons, right? So I think he did a bang-up job. Steven Tyler pulled off one of the best comeback shows I've ever seen with his performance, and his rendition on A Whole Lot of Love. That's the one that sold me. He was already on fire, but that's the one that grabbed me. And I'm wondering if Jimmy Page is out there right now looking up, Tyler's number, Well, I can't get Robert to comply these days. Maybe you and I could do something. Wouldn't that be something? But anyway, prior to this surprise, by the way, he wasn't announced to be there, folks. He showed up. He just showed up and said, "Hi, I'm Steven. and knocked our freaking socks off.